everyone. It's Yo Taylor back here at the Style Table on My Style Mondays, and I'm here with the lovely Jennifer Ponder. She's here on My Style Stories. She's going to share her fashion journey with us, but she's also going to tell us about her business, which is exciting, and how she got started. So she's going to tell us a little bit about herself. I can tell you she's the founder and CEO of Jennifer Ponder Speaks. She's also the founder and CEO of Nexora Strategy AI. I'm going to let her tell you all about that. She helps small and mid-sized businesses to implement AI agent workflows with clarity. She's an AI consultant and international speaker. So, you know, she has to come correct every time she steps on that stage. So, Jennifer, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Yolanda. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here with you today.
First off, you're an AI consultant, and of course, you're an international speaker. But let's talk about the AI and how that is a big part of your business. And how'd you get into it?
Yes, definitely. Well, certainly for me, I am helping businesses to, really uncover the demystification of myths in AI and really implement AI agents into their business so they can work online 24/7. For me, I started back as a software engineer, right? So I've been in the technology space a little over 15 years now. And so I've seen the transition of software, cloud, and I've been a cloud engineer as well, and even a technology director. So I've seen the many facets and changes of where technology has been. And what I saw, Yolanda, really there was a gap in helping small to mid-sized businesses with really getting up to speed with, all the new technologies that were coming out, and especially AI, right? So I wanted to help close that gap because there were a lot of businesses that either, they didn't have a CTO, or if you couldn't afford an entire development team, I wanted to be the one to bridge that gap because I always felt like I was great at communicating technology and making it clarity, really clarifying some things. And, with AI out here, there's a lot online. And since my background has really lended me the area where I've had so many experiences to help businesses, I wanted to really pay that forward. And so I've been working over the last year and a half to help businesses to implement digital employee infrastructure into their system. They're really looking at, their data, looking at, their security online, and really how AI can help them to save time, build more revenue into their business, and also to expand their expand their impact with AI.
Well, I'm going to tell you, as someone who's turning 60 in a few days, and I'm also trying to navigate the AI space. I dabbled in it in 2022. I thought, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But now there's so many tools, it starts to get dizzying, especially for my age group, especially if you're not someone from the tech space. It can be a little bit overwhelming as to what you should use. There's so many tools.
Now, I was just going to say, to your point, and also to be heading towards that milestone, 60, you look amazing, Yolanda, just gorgeous here. But I just want you to know, and like some of my clients that I coach, you can find 1 to 3 tools, right? You don't have to try with over 17,000 tools out here and applications on the market. I mean, if you think of that, that's just mind blowing, right? But what I always tell my clients to do, find that one tool that you can do a test pilot on for 2 weeks, right? You want to get tunnel focus, right? What can help you with your social media, online video content, help you with your writing, and also being that thoughtful co-partner with you, right? So let's just take it down to, if you are using ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, you want to find your favorite one out of this one. And even, some of my top ones I use every day: Claude, Notion. I've used also Manus to help with presentations. And, coming from the coding world where I've coded, 40 to 60 hours a week, when I'm telling you, Lovable, you can create websites, easy, ready to go application that you can license out for your business in no time. So, these are the things that I try to help my clients with. Just take a look at the things, take note of the things that you do right now, right? And some of these applications that you're finding, especially when you're going into the models like Claude, hey, if you needed to create you a viral hook story or just content for the next 30 days, you can definitely do that without feeling like you're having to be strapped to the computer every day, all day. But just some top, really top tools that you can keep in your back pocket, And I think now, and we are in the time of, you know, just really everything is so fast paced. We want something to solve the problem right then, but we don't need to get distracted. So I say, if you find those top 1 to 3 tools that you can use per week, and like I said, just do a test pilot with them for 2 weeks and see if they work. And if they don't work, you can keep moving on to the next tool. I really just try to stress to people, don't get bogged down because everything is not going to be for you. And you want to make sure you have a strategic plan, that you are using these tools with strategy, because one thing about AI, it's going to give you the answers that you need, but you have to have effective prompting and give it those direct, succinct instructions that meet your business needs instead of general information.
Wow, you guys, that was a huge tip from a fashionista and tech expert who's been in the business going on 20 years now. Wow, wow, wow. And she looks good. You all talking about it makes you feel like it's inspiring. So, you guys, we're going to talk a little bit about her style because she is an international speaker. She's been featured on magazine covers like Speakers
Speakers.
magazine. Okay. And so she is on international stages talking all about this. So, she has to look good. Now, I had a chance to speak with Jennifer for a bit. Jennifer loves fashion. And so she's going to tell us a little bit about what inspires her fashion. And I'm going to share a few photos of her favorite things that she likes to wear. And she's going to share these with. So who's your inspiration? I mean, you're a tech person, but you love fashion.
I do. I definitely do. I would say for me, my inspirations have been so homegrown. Like, I will tell you, like, my mom, my grandmother, and great grandmother, they were all fashionistas to me. When I talk about that old Hollywood glam and even that businesswoman side of, if you think about I remember succinctly just so many memories of seeing my great grandmother in just awesome chic dresses and nice just overcoats and just so many dressy things. And so, I've always carried that forward, that I've loved that old Hollywood glamour style, the businesswoman professional. And I always say one of my key quintessential things that I never get away from, what I have on today, a great blazer. You can take it from day to night. I mean, so much that I have. I could really say, Yolanda, I probably have about a little over 30 to 40 blazers. And I just really love blazers so much. And suiting, I mean, just a great suit. But I mean, it's just been so many people, that I can remember over the years looking at different magazines like in Essence and Jet and Vogue, and just looking at beautiful color palettes and things. I've always been inspired since I was probably a teenager, like as early as 12 to 13. I know I always loved like dresses and very girly things and the jewelry and just all of it. And like I said, the women in my family, they made it hard to not be a fashionista. So I've always loved pairing things. And I remember one of my jobs in college. I worked at Banana Republic. So, I had it kind of early there where I would see some of the style patterns and things as well, just putting together great outfits, when you need to go somewhere. And for me, I come from that generation of, hey, when you're going to get a job, you put on that suit. This is what, and I know now things are more so moving towards athleisure and work from home, which that's good because I am a work from home person as well. But I've still just always stepped out, and it was of the time where we always dressed. And so the structured suiting and just a nice dress and all of that has just always been my style.
So, speaking of all of the jackets and pulling everything together and the fact that you love color. Now, looking at you now, the first thing I thought about was old Hollywood glamour, the hair, the makeup, the subtle elegance of it all. And this jacket, the white jacket, and then the pink, the fuchsia, and the purple, I think is beautiful because it is the essence, I think, of stepping in a room boldly and gliding through with this quiet elegance. Why is this one of your favorites?
My favorites. I would say it's one of my favorites because I love the color blocking there, right? So most
Mhm.
people wouldn't think, okay, I can put fuchsia, purple, and white together. Like, how does that work? If you're scared, and I'm a person that I love color, like I will step out. I won't don't do anything that's really gaudy or just not, some because some patterns can be a little bold, but I love color and I just think it made me feel powerful. When you have that great power suit on, but those were like power separates. I mean, when you have on just great color and you're matching and you feel your best, I think you're going to step out and put your best foot forward too. And that was one of the days that I had to speak. And so, usually on my speaker days, I'm going to have either my power suit on or some power separates that are just allow me to be subtle but bold, and allow you to pay attention to what I'm saying more so, because sometimes you'll have an outfit that could overshadow what you're saying, but you never want to do that. You want it to highlight everything about you. And I think just the essence of the vibe and just of my personality and everything. That's why that particular outfit was my favorite because I felt like it highlighted the spirit of who I truly am.
And the colors are so beautiful. Your hair, it all worked. And you guys, a suit and tailored separates doesn't mean you can't be sexy. Body conscious dresses and things, they're not the only things where you can walk into a room and feel really sexy, because this outfit highlights her curves, and just that quiet luxury and elegance is fantastic, and I love it. But also shows her personality of being bold and listen, she looks hot, she looks sexy. She's going to attract attention for sure. Now, the next outfit I'm looking at is this jumpsuit, and it looks like a lightweight. Is it a linen jumpsuit?
It is. It was a lightweight linen.
And it's beautiful. The color pops and your hair is different, aligning with the outfit. So tell us about this event and what made you choose this outfit.
Sure, yeah. So I was at the Lisa Nichols Speak and Write conference, right? And so I know when you have those long days and you're at a conference, you want to look, of course, I know people like to say just casual, but I'm always putting my best foot forward to be dressing because I just love to dress up. And so I said I wanted something comfortable, but also made me dress up as well. And I had not seen a linen jumpsuit that dressy before that I could put heels with, or it's kind of more laid back and for the beach. But when I saw this particular jumpsuit, I said, that's the one. I got to have that. That's going to look great. And I can even put, because I had a cardigan on with it in the morning because it was a little cool. So you can do, kind of another blazer or cardigan over to take it from day to evening. And so I wore it without the cardigan in the evening, but I loved it because it was so versatile and it was just so flowy and comfortable. And as you can see, we're taking pictures on a step and repeat. So we're doing some, cool little movements. And so I thought it was just really a good outfit to have. And we were by the beach as well. We were in California. So it was great, lightweight piece that was just it worked out for the day. It was dressy enough, but it was laid back and comfy enough, and I could move around and wasn't restricted at all. So I loved it. And as you can tell, pink is one of my colors I do like, and so I just loved it. It was a standout piece, and I got so many compliments on it. I got more compliments than I thought I would on it, but it was great.
When you're comfortable in your clothes, when things just fit and they're comfortable, you can feel really confident in something that seems like it's simple, but it's really not, because your energy can elevate that classic look and people are attracted to your energy. And when you're just walking in a room and it's just your style and you feel beautiful in it, I love this piece. It's something that you could put your sandals on with it and walk right out the door as well, and go over to the beach and beach area, sit out at a cafe. I love it. I love this piece.
Yeah, I wanted to say I probably put some espadrilles on like later that evening because I went out for coffee with friends and we kind of hung out for dinner as well. So I love it. And I always love, like I said, when I find a piece like that, that you can move from day to night, event to event, and it's just versatile and not the one use only.
Exactly. And layer it with a beautiful scarf as well with your
Hmm.
espadrilles. Takes it to a whole different level. I love versatile pieces. It's great for travel too.
Definitely.
You only have
Definitely.
one piece to think about.
You're
So
right.
exactly. So this last outfit is a black and white. It looks like a tailored piece with it looks like you have brooches on it.
It does. It has brooches and also like a tulle kind of a frill on the outside. So it was a different suit. And, typically you're going to have like you see me now with the black blazer, but it was just something about this suit that was so different. And I wore it to a fashion show actually.
And the shoes, y'all, the shoes. The shoes took it to another level. The shoes are fabulous. And you can take classic pieces. I always say layer accessories. You know,
Hmm.
you don't have to put on everything that you have, but layering and accessorizing can take a black suit and elevate it and make it look like whatever you're attending, but still aligning with your personality, right? Your personality are jackets and tailored, but it's also glamorous and sexy. I'm going to say that word sexy. I'm 60 now. Sexy, sexy. You look sexy. You look hot. You look fantastic. I love that outfit because I do love black.
I'm telling you, it's like the go to. And one of my key things I always find too, as you can see, the tool that's on the jacket is the same tool that's on the shoe. And so sometimes I'll look up and find the same pattern of the same fabric that's in my clothing in a shoe or something that's great. And it'll go, and it's crazy. I've been kind of doing this since I was a teenager too. I've had a knack and an eye for that. And just as you said before, I like to find things that you can still be professional but be sexy as well, and it looks really good on your body when you find out. And I think a lot of times we have to have that confidence in ourselves, that we need to know what our body shape is, what we look good in, and be truthful about that with ourselves, but also just taking a chance, because sometimes I could see if we had a tool here and a tool shoot, but I'm really a person that I really love elegant things, but there's going to be some flair and glamour, but not too much to overshadow. But I really love this black suit because it was different. And it's one of those suits that, yeah, if you did have to wear it for a professional event and probably do a regular pump, you could, but also in a glamour sense like this for evening, I could take it and make it like a something for a birthday dinner, or where I wore it to a fashion show, just kind of playing up and playing with a black suit to show you what you can do. And yeah, and it had the brooches on it and it just made it really cool and really different.
Now it's like what I always say, it's like a bold yet quiet elegance. You know, it
Yes.
doesn't shout at you, but you can't stop looking at it. You know, it's that's the kind of energy you want to get. That's how you attract the people, the clients, and the business that you want to attract, and even just the kind of people that you want to
Hmm.
keep in your space. That's just some old wisdom. You want to focus on keeping the people in your space that you need to bring you the positive energy and growth that you need in your life.
Definitely. I definitely second that. And I said, anyone knows, like, when you look your best, you definitely feel your best. When you have on your favorite pieces, or just something that makes you feel powerful, that's the one thing that you want to do, because you're going to show up in the room differently. Of course, some days we just kind of walk out the door and like, okay, let me just throw something on. But when we know we have that just powerful outfit or our favorite outfit on, and what makes us look good and standing boldly in our power, it's nothing like that. And like you said, that just magneticism is just, it's magnetizing. People are just really drawn to you. And I think what I try to do is wear clothing that kind of highlights my personality too. I'm very fun and, very professional on one side, and then the glamorous side of me as well, because I love all those things. And so I just really love stepping into playing with clothing. You know what I mean? Just because I think some people think when you have certain professions, you work in tech, but I've just always been myself. I've always loved fashion, makeup, just the whole bit, and so I just love it. When you can play around and something you didn't, it's so many times, Yolanda, I have played around with something and someone's like, oh my God, I love that outfit. And I was like, wow, I need to do more of this. And so sometimes if you can just go in and have that creative outlook and just have confidence and know that you can do it, because a lot of times, sometimes starting out, there may be some people you probably can't afford a stylist early on, and maybe later, just get that inspiration. If you have to pick up those Vogue magazines, or take a look at, Yolanda's podcast, several different things, lives, Instagrams, really go online. There's so much out there that you can do, that you can have in your closet. And you're like, oh my God, this belt, this scarf, I can interchange this. It's so much, instead of having to, kind of do, I know we all have to do the big purge and give away things at times, but just never feel like that outfit in the back of your closet cannot be worn. It's so much that you can do to transition it from, season to season, day to night, so many different things.
Yeah, that's why I say shop your closet. You have all
Yes.
kinds of treasures back there. And if you're going to give something away, before you do it, think about it. Does this thing align with where you're going? Or does it look like some place that you've been? And you're looking forward. Your wardrobe and your style should reflect your goals and inspirations in the future. And on that note, I want to thank Jennifer. She is going to tell us how we can get in contact with her, because I know there's a lot of us that need her services and her knowledge. And she's dropped a lot of great nuggets. So, she's going to help you out in many different ways.
Well, thank you, Yolanda. Definitely, you all can follow me at Jennifer Ponder Speaks, Instagram and Facebook. Also, look up Nexora Strategy Consulting. We're at nexorastrategy.co on Instagram as well, and info at nexorastrategy.co. You can drop us an email. Certainly, I'm always looking forward to helping people with their AI journey, because, like I said, you don't want to go this alone. Right now, there is so much going on in the world, and just leaving you with this little tidbit from the most recent McKinsey and Company State of the AI report. Over 68% of companies right now have one AI process implemented into their business. You don't want to be left behind, and I'm certainly a person that can help you with that. So definitely reach out to me. I'm happy to help with any questions that you may have, and anything about speaking as well. Happy to share insights there as well. But Jennifer Ponder Speaks and Nexora Strategy Consulting LLC, happy to help you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. And you guys know where you can find me. Yo at the Style Table. I am on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and subscribe to my channels. I always appreciate the support.